3-step process to regain confidence and get back to profitable trading after a loss. Step 1. Accept responsibility. Understand that losses can and will happen. Identify the cause of the loss, whether it's poor risk management, lack of research, or unforeseen market events. Take steps to prevent these same mistakes from happening again. Regularly review your trades regardless, wins or losses. Now you have to rebuild your confidence in your own system, which means step back, go back to basics, reduce the amount of trades you're taking each and every day, reduce the amount you're willing to lose on each and every day. Step number 3 will be resetting your goals. Once we've accepted responsibility and regained confidence in our own set of rules, in our own strategy, it's time to reset our goals. We start small, achievable daily goals, like ending the day in the green or placing only 3 trades a day. Gradually, we increase our daily goals as we build our confidence. Hey there, Tom here from FIBONACCI'S with the daily market recap. Please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, and without any further ado, let's hit the charts. Like bears came out today, full power ahead. 450 now needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards 457, 457, and then 443 to the downside on the SPY, closing this gap. Will not be surprised. And after this bull run on the SPY, some pullback retracement is very healthy before the end of the year, before Q4. QQQ, bearish day, close the gap at the 374 as expected. Now 372 needs to hold. If 372 fails to hold, we do have here a double top scenario going all the way towards 364 and then 357. For now, looks like bulls are taking some rest. We might get pullback all the way towards September. IWM still holding 194 to the downside. Below it, we're heading towards the 190 gap, and we have all the levels to the downside to manage our risk for future price action. Dow Jones holding barely the 352, 353. Below it, this gap at the 349 will get filled. Below it, we're heading towards this red trend line. Let's see where the Dow is heading. Don't forget, tomorrow after the bell, Apple, Amazon, earnings. Bitcoin still moving sideways, 28,900 needs to hold. Otherwise, continuation sliding down this white trend line. Ethereum, same thing, nothing much. 1815 to the downside. Below it, we're heading towards 1760 and 1690. We can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and we can see that the 1815 area is the 50% retracement Fibonacci level. We had uptrend, now retracement. 50% will fail to hold, 1766, and then 17 and 1620. All we have to do, look left where price came from and where it might be heading next. Always prepare for both sides. For now, looks like Ethereum is very weak. Oil, retracement, breaking below this uptrend channel. Let's see if we can end the day. We have 18 hours more to end the day, the time that we are recording this video. Let's see if we can end the day above this white trend line. Closing below it, we can take Fibonacci, swing low, swing high, and then Fibonacci will let us know where oil is going. 78.44 to the downside is the next support. Below it, back to 76. AMD, 7% to the downside. Look at this bearish candle to the downside. 107 now needs to hold, otherwise we are heading towards 101 and 94. Everybody thought that AMD will rise after these earnings, but it's all about trend lines. Nvidia breaking down and under this uptrend channel. And as we always say, more than 80% of all gaps will get filled, and voila, 440 gap is filled. Now 440 needs to hold, otherwise we have here double top scenario going all the way towards 416. Below 416, in my opinion, 394 gap will get filled. This uptrend channel for now is not relevant anymore. SOXX, same thing, still holding inside this uptrend, short-term uptrend channel. Let's see if this white trend line can hold. If this white trend line will fail to hold, we have all the levels to the downside all the way towards 461 gap. Apple. As you see, we're going pretty fast on all the names because charts looks nasty. We don't have any long ideas. Still, 2 more days for this week. After this week will end, then we will go over 500 names or more to find top stocks to trade for the next week. But as it looks like this week, nothing much, nothing worth the risk. Apple holding. Let's see if Apple will still hold after tomorrow's earning. We have this gap to the downside at the 190. Below it, we are heading towards, in my opinion, 185, 186, together with this white trend line to the downside, as we can see here. Amazon also. Let's see where Amazon will take us after earnings. For now, we have the short term, we have higher, lower highs. Let's see if the 126 will hold. If 126 will fail to hold, we are going towards 123, 119 to the downside. Meta. It's all the noise. Meta still moving sideways, holding this blue trend line. Below it, we are heading towards 304. Then we have this gap at the 301. Google breaking to the downside and heading towards this gap at the 123, as it looks for now. It's heading towards this gap at the 123 before the next leg up. Overall, Google, if we just clean the chart, clean the noise, Google is still in an uptrend. We have higher highs, higher lows, until proven otherwise. This gap needs to get filled, so Google bulls will have enough power for the next leg up. Next leg up, we can take Fibonacci, of course, swing low, swing high, and as you can see, this gap is between the 50 and the 618 retracement. Let's see this gap getting filled and then back up. Microsoft slowly breaking down. Now all this area, the 322, 325 needs to hold. Otherwise, this gap at the 316 will get filled. Tesla also trying with all its power to stay above this area of the 253. This area held and still holding as support. Below it, bears of Tesla are going to fill this gap at the 234, and then 230 needs to hold. We have all the levels to the downside to manage our risk. Below 230, I would not be surprised to see 194, but we are still in an uptrend, one candle at a time. We are still in an uptrend, one candle. Doesn't matter how big it is, does not change the overall sentiment. Always zoom out. If we zoom out on Tesla, to the weekly, Tesla is in an uptrend. Zoom out, and then you will get a better point of view of price action. And as we can see, Tesla basically moving sideways, nothing much since beginning of July. 237, together with this purple trend line, is our next support to look at. So it doesn't matter how big of a red day or a green day we had. Zoom out to the weekly, then you get a better point of view for price action. Overall, we are in an uptrend. Retracement is healthy. Netflix holding the 427. Below it, we are heading back to the 411. 411, very important level of support. Below it, we are heading towards this red trend line together with this 383 gap to the downside. Shopify, good earnings, but looks like for now, this white trend line gave up as support. Next will be this white trend line that needs to hold the support. Follow price, use levels and trend lines. Just look left and you can see that all these trend lines held as support and resistance for price action. So by nature of the things going forward, these trend lines will help us to identify future price action, where price might be heading next. I hope you found this video helpful. If you did, please hit the like, subscribe, share with friends, will be much appreciated. Don't forget to check the links in the description below for more educational resources. Until the next video, stay safe.